As promised, part 2 of my interpretation of Mulholland Drive. Just a few points in no particular order. 1, the deep significance of the scene with the Spanish-speaking singer. Probably the most moving scene in the film. I think everybody would agree. What is this? What's going on here? It was the brunette, as I've called her, the brunette. Her name is not important here. Laura Elena Haring is the actress, but it doesn't matter. She says that they need to go and see and witness this phenomenon, this event. And what is this event? It is that raw feminine power which I've described in the previous video, essentially dying. That's what we see here. That's why the lyrics of the song are pining for that ideal masculine love. And everybody weeps. And yet, the whole staging, the performance, recognizes that we are all just playing a part, like the Leibnizian pre-established harmony. Things get philosophical here, people. They really do. That's what we're seeing in this film. The woman sings, and Spanish is the perfect language for this too. Every Spanish song has that word corazón in it. We all know that, right? Every song in the Spanish language has got to maintain that word. We understand why. And here we see the death throes of the feminine power, which happens just after the Naomi Watts character has tamed this power and incorporated her into herself. In order for that to happen, we had to witness the death of that raw force, which always screams for and dies for and lives for an ideal masculine equivalent, which is to be found where, we wonder? Casanova, Don Juan, who knows? At any rate, well, God, obviously, is the answer to that question. But that's one point I wanted to make. And the silencio that she says a couple of days before I witnessed this film, people, I actually wrote down the only thing you can get after you have encountered the raw feminine force. Once you have encountered that feminine force, that raw impersonal power, what remains afterwards? The desolate silence. The silence. And this film ends with that very word, silencio. Silence. There's profundity here, people, on a very deep level. It makes good sense that a filmmaker from the middle of nowhere would be the one to hit upon this. There is no other way, is there? Somebody who seems normal from somewhere like Montana might, by chance, hit upon the reality of what we're talking about. And so it is. That's what happened. Another point to make is that the masculine component here is contained in one person, this Adam character, who is shown to be weak in the version of life where the Watts character is going to connect with him. He's shown not to have a godlike power. He's shown to be a person who is trodden upon by his very wife, kicked out of his own house, punched in the face by the person who fucked his wife, right? That's what we're treated to in the film, and yet he's the one that the personal element of a woman always wanted from the very beginning. So these two main points are what I wanted to add, namely the death scene of the powerful woman force, and the idea that the masculine is always contained in one person. The director of the film, everything is an act. The director is the man, right? He chooses the woman. Who does he choose? Choose the right woman or you're dead. That's what he gets from the cowboy. Choose the right woman. So he chooses the woman, right? He chooses that shadow of the dark-haired woman who's still wailing on about some ideal masculine love represented by some actor, right? And that's so profound, the fact that we get this fleeting image of an actor that's supposed to represent an ideal love, but who in fact is nothing. Okay. And the director in the film thinks that he's supposed to choose this shadow of the murdered woman, but then he catches an eye contact glimpse of the personal lady that really wanted him from day one in every realm. And he sees her. And the cowboy told him, you choose the right one, you'll see me once. You choose the wrong one, you'll see me twice. Well, we never saw him again, so what does that mean? What it means is that he did both. He chose the wrong one by choosing the brunette woman wailing on about some ideal love. But he chose the right one when he made eye contact with the blonde woman, Naomi Watts, and felt a powerful soul connection. So what do we get? Nothing. And that's, again, what I said before, the tragedy of the film. What we get is nothing.